Hello everyone, today is a new day, new life, new beginning, and new lesson. Once again, I'm teacher Angie. Our lesson for today is about solving quadratic equation by completing the square. So paano nga ba mag-compute ng quadratic equation using completing the square? So meron tayong mga steps na dapat sundin. Una ay transpose constant term to the right side of the equation. Okay, so ililipat natin si constant. Pag sinabi natin constant, yung number lang. Pangalawa, if the numerical coefficient of x squared, which is the value of a in the standard form, is greater than 1, ulitin ko, greater than 1, mas malaki sa 1. Okay? I-divide natin each term to the equation by the numerical coefficient of x squared. This will be changed the equation in the form x squared plus bx is equal to c. So meaning, kung ano man yung number ni x squared or ca, ay yun ang i-divide natin sa lahat ng term. Next, divide the numerical coefficient of x or middle term by 2 if the numerical coefficient of x is a whole number. But if it is a fraction, multiply it by 1/2 both sides of the equation. Then square the result and add the answer to both sides of the equation. Next, factor the left side of the equation. This is the perfect square trinomial. Then simplify the right side. Next, take the square root of both sides, meaning to say, lagyan natin ng square root ng both sides, left and right. Right? Plus minus sign to the square root of the right side, meaning to say, yung constant. So, before the square root sign, mayroon dapat tayong sign na plus minus. Then, find the roots by equating the new equation separately. Positive and negative or plus minus. You can check each root by subtracting it to the original equation. Okay, so we have example here. 2x squared minus 6x minus 8 is equal to 0. Una, ita-transpose muna natin si constant to the right side. So, ang constant natin ay si negative 8, yung number lang. So, ililipat natin sa kabila. So, meron na tayong 2x squared minus 6x is equal to 8. Remember, kung ililipat natin ang number over equal sign, papalitan natin ang sign. Okay? Sa negative 8 kanina, lilipat natin dito sa kabila, magiging positive 8 na siya. Kaya, positive 8 ito. Pangalawa, remember, ang sinabi dito, kung mas malaki sa 1 ang number na katabi ni x squared or si a, then, i-divide natin ang number na yan sa lahat ng term. So, i-divide na natin lahat ito ng 2. Okay? Kasi, ang a natin ay 2. Kaya meron na tayong 2x squared minus 6x equal to 8 divided by 2. Lahat ng term ay 2. So, simplify na natin to. Cancel, cancel. Kaya meron na tayong x squared. Then, 6 divided by 2 is 3. Copy the sign negative. 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. Pagkatapos ay kunin natin ang value ng middle term. So, negative 3, i-divide natin siya by 2. So, we have now negative 3 over 2. Or negative 3 divided by 2 is equal to negative 3 over 2. And then, pagkatapos nito ay i-square natin siya. So, negative 3 over 2 squared. So, negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. Naging positive na siya kasi even ang exponent natin. Ulitin natin, kung ang base ay negative at ang exponent ay even number, the answer is always positive. So, 3 times 3, 9 na siya. 2 times 2, 4. Tandaan natin, magkaibang kulay nang nag-divide tayo at nag-square na tayo. Bakit? Okay. So, i-explain ko sa inyo mamaya. Continue na natin. So, si 9/4, yan ang i-add natin in both sides of the equation. So, meron na tayong x squared minus 3x plus ito, yung green color or pagkatapos nating mag-square. So, plus 9/4. And then, of course, yung 4, kopyahin lang din natin, plus, nung nag-exponent tayo, 9/4. Kung ano ang in-add natin dito sa left side, yun din ang i-add natin sa right side. Next, since completing the square tayo, ito ay perfect square trinomial. So, paano natin makukuha ng madalian ang factor niya? Madali lang. Kung ano yung term na ginamit, yun ang kukopihin lang natin. X. Next, since ang middle term natin ay negative, kaya negative ang sign natin. Or, okay, ito ang clue. Pagkatapos nating mag-divide, yun ang idadagdag natin sa variable. Halimbawa, x. Kasi x ito, so x. So, nung nag-divide tayo ng middle term ng 2, eto na ang factor niya. Kaya meron tayo dito negative 3/2. And then, exponent na 2 is equal to adding whole number and a fraction. So, kunin natin ang LCD nila, which is 4. So, 4 divided by 1, ang denominator ni 4 dito ay 1. So, 4 divided by 1 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus, 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 9 is 9. Kaya meron tayong 16 plus 9 all over 4. Next, maglagay na tayo ng square root both sides. So, meron na tayong square root of x minus 3/2 square is equal to square root of 25 all over 4. So, dapat meron tayo dito plus minus. Okay. So, bakit kailangan nating maglagay ng square root or radical sign? Para matanggal si exponent na 2. Okay? Yun ang dahilan. Kaya, kakancel na to, ikakancel na yan. Kaya meron na tayong x minus 3/2 is equal to plus minus square root of 25 is 5. Paano naging 5? Kasi 5 times 5 is 25. So, ang base is 5. Ang exponent is 2. So, kung may calculator kayo, you can use that. Okay? So, square root of 25 is 5. All over square root of 4 is 2. So, pwede na nating isimplify ito para makuha natin ang value ni x. Paghiwalayin natin ang plus minus dito. So, una, meron tayong x minus 3/2 is equal to positive 5/2. And the other one is x minus 3/2 is equal to negative 5/2. Then, simplify na natin itong dalawa. Una po. So, eto muna ang gagawin natin. We have now x is equal to, ilipat natin ito sa kabila, yung negative, magiging positive na. Okay, kaya meron tayong 3 over 2 here. Plus, hindi natin papalitan kasi nasa right pa rin siya, 5/2. And adding 3/2 plus 5/2, meron tayong 5 plus 3 is 8. And then copy, since it is similar fraction, copy the denominator, 2. And 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. Next, so dito na tayo. X is equal to, transpose this one. Transpose meaning ililipat natin sa kabila ng equal sign. So, kung nilipat natin sa kabila ng equal sign, papalitan natin ang sign niya. So, sa negative, naging positive. Kaya, 3/2, and then copy, negative 5/2, minus 5/2. And, since they are similar fraction, kopyahin lang ang denominator na 2, and then, of course, subtract the numerator. 5 minus 3 is 2, pero ang sign ng mas malaking number is negative. Kaya, ang sign natin ay negative. Kaya, x is equal to negative 2 over 2. And negative 2 divided by 2 is equal to negative 1. Why? Because dividing unlike sign is equal to negative sign. Therefore, the roots are positive 4 and negative 1. Example number 2, x squared plus x minus 10 is equal to 0. So, ita-transpose muna natin si constant sa kabila. Kaya meron na tayong x squared plus x equal to, pag mag-transpose tayo over equal sign, ibig sabihin, pag ililipat natin itong constant sa kabila, papalitan din natin ang kanyang sign. So, sa negative dito, maging positive na siya dito. Para ma-identify natin kung anong gagawin dito, kasi hindi siya perfect, di ba? Kaya ito ang hinahanapan natin. Okay? Susulat natin siya ng ganito, x squared plus x plus blank is equal to 10 plus blank. So, kukunin na natin yung number ng middle term. So, ang number ng middle term ay 1. So, yun ang i-divide natin ng 2. So, 1 divided by 2 is equal to 1 half. And then, raised to 2. Square natin siya. So, 1 half square is equal to 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4. Again, I use coding. Bakit? Kakailanganin natin pag mag-factor tayo. Next, i-add na natin si kulay green, which is 1/4. Yung sagot natin pagkatapos tayong mag-square. So, we have now x squared plus x plus 1/4. Kung ano ang dinagdag natin sa left side, yun din ang idadagdag natin sa right side para balance sila. Okay, so is equal to 10 plus 1/4 10. Pagkatapos nito ay pwede na tayong mag-factor again. Yung nasa left side, pihin lang yung variable na ginamit, x, and then eto na siya, ang factor niya. Kung ano yung number or result nung nag-divide tayo ng 2, yun ang kanyang factor. So, positive dito, kaya positive din, 1 half. And then, ang exponent natin na 2. Kasi, perfect trinomial siya. Okay? Is equal to, adding whole number to fraction, the same lang, gaya ng sinabi ko, ang LCD nito ay 4. Okay, ito, ang denominator niya ay 1. So, 4 divided by 1 is 4. 4 times 10 is 40. Plus, 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Next, simplify natin. So, meron na tayong x plus 1 half squared is equal to 40 plus 1 is 41 over 4. Maglagay na tayo ng radical sign both sides of the equation. So, meron na tayong square root of x plus 1 half squared is equal to plus minus square root of 41 over, bakit naging 2 squared? So, isusulat natin siya ng ganito since 4 is a perfect root and we can write it in exponential form as 2 raised to 2. Pwede na tayong mag-cancel. So, cancel si radical sign at saka si exponent 2, the same dito. Si 2 at saka si radical sign niya. Kaso, si 2 lang ang perfect root dito. Kung ano man yung hindi perfect root, mananatili siya sa loob ng radical sign. So, meron na tayong x plus 1 half. Kopyahin lang natin ang radical nandito is equal to plus minus square root of 41. Hindi siya perfect root, kaya nasa loob pa rin siya ng radical sign. All over 2 squared, perfect siya, kaya si 2 na lang ang kopyahin. Next, ay pwede na nating equate or kunin ang value ng x gamit ang plus minus. So, unahin natin ang plus sign. X plus 1 half is equal to square root of 41 over 2. Or, pag walang sign na nakalagay, that is plus. And the other one, x plus 1 half is equal to negative square root of 41 over 2. So, unahin natin ang positive sign. Ilipat natin si positive 1 half sa kabila. Kaya meron na tayong negative 1 half. Alalahanin natin na kung maglipat tayo kahit anong term over equal sign or sa kabila ng equal sign, lagi nating papalitan ang kanyang sign. So, negative 1 half plus square root of 41 over 2. At itong isa naman ay x is equal to the same thing. Pag ilipat natin si positive 1 half sa kabila, magiging negative 1 half minus, yung sign na minus, square root of 41 over 2. Therefore, the roots are negative 1 half plus square root of 41 over 2 and negative 1 half minus square root of 41 over 2. Next example, meron tayo dito, x squared plus 10x plus 2 is equal to 0. Again, una, ililipat natin si constant na negative 2 sa kabila ng equal sign. So, meron tayong x squared plus 10x is equal to, kung ililipat natin ang isang term sa kabila ng equal sign, papalitan natin ang kanyang sign. So, from positive to negative. Then, 2 pa rin siya. So, ang susunod, since completing this square siya, dapat sulat natin siya ng ganito. X squared plus 10x plus blank is equal to negative 2 plus blank. Kung ano man ang idadagdag natin dito, dapat idadagdag din natin sa kabila para balance. Okay? Equal sila. Hindi pwedeng maging unfair. Okay? Dapat fair lagi. Next, kukunin na natin ang number sa middle term, which is 10. So, yung 10 na yan, i-divide natin by 2. So, 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. And then, si 5, i-square na natin siya. Kung in-square na natin, meron tayong 25. So, ang 25 na to, yun ang ilalagay natin sa blank dito. So, meron na tayong x squared plus 10x plus 25 is equal to negative 2 plus 25. Gaya ng sinabi ko, kung ano ang nilagay natin or plinas natin sa kabila, yun din ang ipaplas natin sa kabila para pantay. Next ay ifa-factor na natin polynomial na to, which is perfect square trinomial. So, again, kopyahin lang si variable na x, and then yung answer nung nag-divide tayo, yun ang idadagdag natin. So, positive 5, positive 5. And then, lagyan lang natin ng exponent na 2 is equal to negative 5 plus 25. Rules ng adding integers with unlike sign, subtract the number. So, 25 minus 2 is 23. And then, copy the sign of the greater value or number. So, ang mas malaking number, ang sign ay positive, kaya positive. Next, maglagay na tayo ng radical sign. So, we have square root of x plus 5 square is equal to plus minus square root of 23. So, ika-cancel na natin si radical sign at saka si exponent 2. Ang natira ay ito. Okay? Since square root of 23, si 23 na radicand ay walang factor na perfect root. Kaya mananatili siyang ganyan. Kaya mayroon na tayong x plus 5 is equal to plus minus square root of 23. Ngayon ay pwede na natin silang equate na magkahiwalay ang sign na to. Kaya meron tayong x plus 5 is square root of 23. Positive ang ginamit. Then, x plus 5 is equal to negative square root of 23. Mauna nating isimplify ito. So, meron tayong x is equal to, ililipat natin si positive 5 sa kabila ng equal sign, mag-change ang sign nito. Kaya meron na tayong negative 5 plus square root of 23. Ganon din sa kabila. Ililipat natin si positive 5, pagiging negative 5. Kaya meron na tayong x is equal to negative 5 minus square root of 22. So, kopyahin lang natin ito since hindi naman natin siya inilipat. Nasa right pa rin siya ng equal sign. Therefore, our roots are negative 5 plus square root of 23 and negative 5 minus square root of 23. Number 4, meron tayong 2b squared plus 2b minus 4 is equal to 0. So, equate muna natin siya by transposing the constant to the right side. So, meron na tayong 2b squared plus 2b is equal to, kung ililipat natin si negative 4 sa kabila, magiging positive 4. Then, since a ay 2 greater than 1, so i-divide natin lahat ng term by 2. Okay? So, meron na tayong 2b squared plus 2b is equal to 4 divided by 2. So, cancel, cancel, and then 4 divided by 2, this becomes 2. Kaya meron na tayong b squared plus b, okay, plus blank is equal to 2 plus blank. Kasi 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then, ang ating b now ay 1 lang. Kaya, 1 divided by 2 is equal to 1 half. And then, pag square natin si 1 half, meron na tayong 1 times 1 is 1, and then 2 times 2 is 4. So, si 1/4 ngayon, ang i-add natin or lalagay natin both sides. Okay? So, we have now b squared plus b plus 1/4 is equal to 2 plus 1/4. Para patas, kung anong idadagdag sa kabila, ganun din sa kabila. Dapat laging balance. Dapat hindi unfair. Okay, next ay ifa-factor na natin siya. Again, ang pag-factor, madali lang. Kopyahin lang si variable na ginamit, which is b, plus yung sagot nung nag-divide tayo ng 2, yun ang ilalagay natin, including the sign. So, since positive 1 half, kaya positive 1 half dito. And then, maglagay lang tayo ng exponent na 2 is equal to, again, adding whole number and fraction. Si whole number gawin natin fraction, maglagay tayo ng 1. So, ang kanilang LCD ay 4. So, 4 divided by 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus, 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So, simplify natin, kaya meron tayong b plus 1 half squared is equal to 8 plus 1 is 9 all over 4. Then, pwede na tayong maglagay ng radical sign. So, meron tayong square root of b plus 1 half squared is equal to plus minus square root of. Ang 9 ay pwedeng isulat ng exponential form, which is 3 squared. And 4 is the same. We have 2 squared. So, pwede na tayong mag-cancel. Bakit kailangan pa natin isulat ng exponential form? Ginagawa natin ito kung perfect root siya, at the same time, kung wala tayong calculator para maka-cancel tayo. Tagal na si radical sign, and then yung exponent na 2, exponent na 2. So, ang natira, kukopihin natin. So, b plus 1 half and plus minus 3 over 2. So, meron na tayong b plus 1 half is equal to plus minus 3 all over 2. So, eto na ang i-equate natin gamit ang plus minus sign. Hiwalayin lang natin siya. So, meron tayong b plus 1 half is equal to positive 3 halves or 3 halves. And the other one, b plus 1 half is equal to negative 3 halves. So, ito muna ang gagawin natin or simplify natin. So, meron tayong b now is equal to negative 1 half. Bakit? Kasi pag ililipat natin ito sa kabila ng equal sign, yung sign niya ay papalitan natin. So, positive magiging negative na siya. Plus 3 halves. And since they have the same denominator, so just copy the denominator too. And then, since magkaiba ang sign, isusubtract natin ang numerator. So, 3 minus 1 is 2. And the sign of the greater number is positive, kaya positive. And 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. At itong isa naman ay b is equal to, so ililipat natin si positive 1 half sa kabila, magiging negative 1 half. Minus 3 halves. Again, pareho sila ng denominator which is 2. Kopyahin lang natin. And then, since pareho ang sign nila, i-add natin ang numbers. So, 3 plus 1 is 4, and then copy their common sign, negative. And negative 4 divided by 2 is equal to negative 2. Remember, dividing unlike sign, the answer is always negative sign. Okay, therefore, the roots are 1 and negative 3. Next example, meron tayong 3n squared plus 24n is equal to negative 48. So, since si constant ay nasa kabila na siya, so ang gagawin na lang natin ay i-divide natin lahat ng term by the number in a, which is 3. So, i-divide natin ng 3 ang lahat ng terms. So, mayroon na tayong 3n squared divided by 3 plus 24n divided by 3 is equal to negative 48 all over 3. Kaya meron na tayong n squared plus 8n plus blank is equal to negative 16 plus blank. Para saan ang blank na to? Ulit, since kailangan nating kumpletuhin ito para maging perfect square trinomial. So, kung ano man yung resulta mamaya, pagka-divide at square ng middle, yun ang idadagdag natin dito. Next, ay kukunin na natin ang middle term, which is positive 8. I-divide natin by 2. So, 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. And square natin si 4. Meron na tayong 4 squared is equal to 16. Itong 16 ngayon, pagkatapos natin mag-square, yan ang idadagdag natin dito. So, meron na tayong n squared plus 8n plus 16 is equal to negative 16 plus 16 again. Kung anong dinagdag natin sa left side, ganun din sa right side para equal. Then, factor natin ang perfect square trinomial, kaya kopyahin lang ang term or variable na ginamit n. And then, yung answer, kaninang nag-divide tayo ng 2, which is positive 4, kaya positive 4. And then, squared is equal to negative 16 plus 16 is 0. Next, ready na tayo sa radicals. So, put radicals sign in both sides. So, meron tayong square root of n plus 4 squared is equal to plus minus square root of 0. So, cancel na si radical sign square. And then, square root of 0 is still 0. Kaya meron tayong n plus 4 is equal to plus minus 0. So, pag i-equate natin ito, pareho lang ang sagot. Kasi 0 man siya. So, n plus 4 is equal to 0. At ganun din yung isa, n plus 4 is equal to negative 0. Ngayon, pwede na natin simplify. So, n is equal to, ilipat natin si positive 4 over equal sign, or kabila ng equal sign, si positive nagiging negative. Kaya n is equal to negative 4. Ganun din dito. Since 0 man ito, pareho lang sila ng sagot. So, n is equal to negative 4. Therefore, the roots is only negative 4. Why? Okay. So, remember na kung ang ating equation, negative ang sign, ang constant, pag nakasulat siya ng ganitong form, then we have only one answer. Okay? Or only one roots. Okay, so ganyan lang ang pagkuha or pag-compute ng quadratic equation using completing the square. Ulitin natin, ang first step, isulat natin siya or in this form. Ililipat natin ang constant sa right side. And then, kung ang number ng A ay mas malaki kay 1, i-divide muna natin ang number ni A sa lahat ng term. Pag okay na siya, kunin natin yung number sa middle term. And then, i-divide natin by 2. And then, square natin siya. Kung ano yung resulta nung nag-square tayo, yung idadagdag natin both sides of the equation dito. And then, pagkatapos nun ay mag-factor na tayo. Ang pagkuha ng factor, anuman ang term na ginamit natin or variable na ginamit natin, yun lang ang kukopyahin. And then, yung result nung nag-divide tayo, yun ang idadagdag natin sa variable na ginamit. And then, mag-square lang tayo. And then, simplify ang term sa constant or yung nasa right side. Pagkatapos nun ay maglagay na tayo ng square root sign. Ang tawag doon ay extracting the root para matanggal ang exponent na 2. Pagkatapos nun ay mag-simplify na tayo. I-simplify na natin or equate natin ang dalawang equation. Kasi pag maglagay tayo ng radical sign, always mayroong plus or minus sign. Kasi dalawa ang magiging result. Okay? So, ang plus minus sign ay sa right side lang before the radical sign. Equate na natin and then simplify. Okay? Madali lang siya kung masundan ninyo yung steps. More on practice lang. So, kung may mga katanungan kayo ay isulat lang ninyo sa comment section sa ibaba. So, that's all for today. I hope you learned something from this video. Bye and see you again. Please subscribe and like